of a spooky one. So we'll have to see how that goes. If Echo gets online early, could be very nasty. But he also scales.
It is unfortunately Karma top lane, so.
Yep. Okay,
Why have you done this to us, Jamie? Why couldn't you have locked something respectable?
He did say he'd find something.
Even Hullbreaker would be more respectable. Like, look at Yorick on the other side.
Don't go too far. Don't go too
It's
far.
Karma top. It's Karma top. Don't even start with me right now.
Okay. So,
Karma top is the definition of not respectable. It goes along with Vayne top as well.
Alright, so Karma falls asleep, pokes, and chills in lane. Yorick doesn't get to push. Might be able to poke, I guess, with E sometimes, but then Karma just doesn't heal.
I like the Yorick pick here because it's just accepting that all Karma's going to do is she's going to try and walk to other lanes and impact the game with Moonstone. Yorick is just going to build his old breaker and he's just going to hug towers. Yorick is very good at doing that.
Yeah, I think that's very fair assessment. That sounds good.
Yeah, in the order of which stuff was locked, we did see the blind pick Karma, disgusting human beings, knew exactly what they were doing with that one, which was responded by Rakan Misfortune, of which then we see the enemy bot lane responded with Samira Renata, knowing that, see, that Karma is going top. So, theoretically, I don't know how that matchup goes, but theoretically it should be in bot lane for Psy favored, since they did get the pure counter pick onto it. You'd like to hope.
Oh yeah, because it's Rakan MF. So wait. So what's the pure counter pick? Sorry, my mistake.
The Samira Renata theoretically should be the pure counter pick to this MF Rakan because they were the ones who got to lock after, since the first lock was the Karma, which they initially expected to be support on the side of Aura.
I feel like Rakan, if he waits though, if the Samira gets impatient, definitely has the tools to like answer a hasty Samira engage or save his ult, that kind of thing, to make sure he can interrupt that R. Once that starts going down. And like there's not too much Samira can win ball other than obviously MF ult. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I think that's a funny lane, but I think Aura definitely have the better top lane though, because like the onus will be on Psycho but Sweet to get something done with that Karma, right? When she's roaming, because if she doesn't get enough done, they just lose top.
That's the thing I'm curious about. Are they going to have an actual side lane answer to this Yorick?
I mean,
because Yorick can and will take towers within 2 seconds, and it's going to come down to, again, as you said, can this Karma do enough around the map before this because like Echo, Corki, Misfortune, Rakan, those champions can definitely fight 4v5. As you've got like Echo and Rakan, very low commitment champions, as they can do basically whatever they want and still have a get out of jail free button. Obviously, MF, not so much. She's very immobile, but all she has to do is just stand as far back as possible and let these two frontline champions, say Echo frontline, kind of not really, but let these two champions get and do the dirty and then just press R.
Yeah, but then it's not like their team has any point and click CC that can kill the Echo though before he presses R. As long as the Echo doesn't ego and presses R to if a charm's going to hit him or Viego's stun out of fog, there should be no way he ever gets CC'd while he's zoning for his Corki. Right? Like, I think it would have to be disrespect when his ult's up.
I mean, it is UNL, anything can happen.
That's true. That is true. But yeah, I think you're right. Like the Corki just chills, pokes him out, just keeps like wave clearing. And in the meantime, on the other hand, I'm looking and it's like, even if you send someone to answer the Yorick, who's going to wave clear that effectively? Karma's wave clear falls off. Ari's wave clear, she kind of needs to be ahead, like to hit the breakpoints to where a Q actually effectively clears minions, right? And then the rest of the champions don't really have that good wave clear. So I think answering the Yorick's going to be a very, very tough call. So if Aura have control and aren't like blind checking into places with their 4-man and are just respecting the fact that they're going to be playing 4v5, I think they have a very good comp on their hands. If you see what I mean. Obviously, there's always the chance that Samira just absolutely pops off, dies, and then Viego comes in and cleans up and, does Viego things. So, who knows? As you said, it's UNL. It could go anyway.
Yeah, looking at these runes, can see that it does look like it's going to be a lethality misfortune, judging by the comet, which makes sense when you've got these huge AoE CCs from the Echo, Corki, Rakan, which will just let people get chewed up by that bullet time. And interesting, we are seeing the phase rush on Yorick, which
Okay.
is something I wouldn't expect. Which, I mean, I suppose it means if he does get caught out, you press 2 buttons and you become Hecarim for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, what other runes does Yorick normally go? Because Grasp is useless here, right? Because it's arranged into melee matchup. He's never going to proc it. Not worth. But what other runes could Yorick go other than the Phase Rush or the Grasp? I'm trying to think. Like
Could go
Conqueror?
Conk as well, but again, into this, like, again, 4 range team, probably wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I think Phase Rush is probably fine here because it also means he can do things like greed for the tower slightly, and then greed for a tower slightly and then get away, that kind of thing. Just proc Phase Rush on the enemy champion. Go for quick trades quite far under tower and just dash out as well and still only take 1 tower shot. Lots of things like that. Also, the nice thing about Yorick into Karma, I feel like, is the fact that his Q heals him a little bit. It's not much, but it's a little bit, and it can stack up over time, and it'll just help into this lane with the Karma. So, would you be expecting to see like a Doran Shield in this top lane, and then like secondary Revitalize, second wind, something like that? Just to deal with this Karma's early game?
It's either going to be a Doran's or a Corrupting. Okay, finally getting into game. God bless Riot Client for finally deciding to work.
Yep.
See,
On the other hand, okay, on the draft is progressing. It's working. Okay, we got Corrupting Pot.
it looks like we are seeing an invade here on the side of Psycho but Sweet here. They are looking towards invading onto the red side. It will probably it will get seen out by the Echo here. So they will just pick up the ward, and that'll be that. Tiny bit of experience for all of them. So it shouldn't end up affecting any lanes, but we'll have to wait and see.
I think where they shared all the XP, I don't think it should matter too much. Will it? I'm trying to think.
But yeah, we do end up seeing though we have got a ward dropped on the Psycho but Sweet red buff here, so they will know exactly where they're starting, which should allow give them the better pathing. So it looks like both junglers will be opting to both start their red buffs here, so they should not be meeting unless we see some weird invade shenanigans.
Yeah, it's definitely a good answer from Aura there, though. To go for that cross map vision when they see all 5 members on top side. Definitely the right call, which is good.
Yeah, we are actually going to see Echo doing leashless here, which is curious.
Yeah, he doesn't clear that healthily early, so we'll have to see how that goes. Although I guess Raptors you can just heal up off of, should be fine. Rookie just respecting the Ari early game, just chilling in lane, just wanting to scale. The dab is special.
REW is a bit of a ridiculous ability.
Yep. But okay, so it. Ooh.
So we are actually going to see the charm level 2, curiously. She's going to give him the better trade, but only initially, as it will mean that his wave phase is going to suffer, and he does end up losing out overall. You see the grand entrance coming out, but it doesn't quite land its mark, so that level 2 advantage will end up being wasted. And yeah,
but they don't lose anything either. They get a little bit of damage off, and Rakan gets the E out free. So
again, that wonderful thing of Rakan being a very low commitment champion. So we are going to see more trading in the mid lane, but without that Orb of Deception, it is quite hard because not having the Orb of Deception, minions just stop everything. Because unfortunately, charms do not pass through minions.
I think what's really nice is the fact that even when the abilities are going down.
So we do see a gank coming out to the mid lane here, actually. Oh, no, we don't. Yes, we do. See the flash coming out to get the parallel conversions. That will immediately be first blood. What has happened to the HUD?
I have no idea. Okay, there we go. Back. No, what I was going to note there is what was really nice to see from Dabis was as the Oh, all the ghouls are on him. I don't think he wins this. I don't think Jamie should be going for this. Okay, nice. What I was going to say was it was really nice to see Dabis after he got all in by the Ari early there and was traded to half health. He respected the fact that actually Ari has no abilities left up and he can keep going in and actually win that trade back and actually equalize it and even win. Like,
So
if he'd have just ran off there, he would have really hard lost there.
Corky does actually do an acceptable amount of damage early on in these extended trades, as just eating that entire Gatling gun shred. Just a bit painful.
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing I didn't notice until just then is that Echo did actually go for Red Raptor's Gromp straight into the mid lane gank there. So, yeah, just good pathing in general, as we've seen Viego going for this full clear, also taking the Krugs as well on side of Aura. So we are going to see another gank coming out mid lane. The Grand Entrance doesn't manage to land as that handshake will stop it. We do see the parallel conversions, doesn't get a stun, and Samira will just E through. And that will not be any sums used for either side there.
That's the thing that I think is sometimes a little bit tricky about ganking Samira from behind, right? You have to kind of make sure you come from the side rather than the front. No, rather than from behind, so she can't just get that free dash out to escape.
So we'll just see another gank coming up. So the handshake does land on Rakan, the Grand Entrance. He will end up dying before Echo can arrive. We'll see the Mirror just be able to dash out there. Can't quite get the kill, leaves her very low. So that will be both the exhaust and the flash from F. And we will see Renata here just running forward. She's got that buff on. Everything unfortunately misses, and it's going to leave them both inch of their life.
Very, very close. That was just a little bit too early there on the Rakan, I think, just before the Echo could quite get in there to help out.
I mean, it wasn't even Rakan going to it. He got caught out by the handshake from Renata there, which...
Okay, I see.
Yeah, just got pulled in, and by the time he was able to get into his W, he died before the actual knockup came out. So that will just be a free kill there for Jaina Proudmore, which costs them all their sums, so they do have that flash ignite advantage on Bekla, but otherwise, yeah, clean 2v2, which then, unfortunately for the side of Jaina Proudmore, the gank that followed up did force summoners out. So we'll see Rakan here by himself. So we're going to see Ozanox here coming in, but the Grand Entrance will take him over the wall and not going to be committing that Viego flash to try and follow it. But
now they have the health advantage, and now they can look for the dragon, to be honest, because they've got, that advantage, and it was just really disrespectful from Rakan to walk up like that with no vision.
So we'll see Aura take the skull here, and we are seeing them just stuck between Ari and Viego. So we're going to see some trading coming out. There comes the Ariel, managed to pick up Echo. We see Dabis trying to flash out, trying to get out. He's also going to get picked up by Ari, and that will just be 2 kills, and that should be them just moving straight down to Dragon. Just, yeah, they put themselves between a rock and a hard place, that's the term.
Yeah. I think Echo felt like he had to sort of back up the Rakan there after he was so far overextended. Went to back him up, and yeah, as you said, just got really, really hard caught and baited. And I think just gives the dragon away for free.
The problem is, like, they could have walked out there if they chose to, instead of trying to walk through mid lane where there wasn't Ari just sat there waiting for them. If they'd instead, we do see Karma locked in the cage here, taking a lot of damage, but it's Karma. Mantra W, just fresh shield, and yeah, very fun interactive lane. Yeah, had they walked towards their own jungle instead, they probably wouldn't have been able to walk out of that alive.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a fair point. I think they're still giving up the dragon there either way after that very dodgy overextension for the ward. The Maiden here now with Yorick means he's just chilling in lane. It's a lot harder to deal with Yorick when he has that Maiden up, but it does have a very, very long cooldown. So if only if we can get it off the map here early, then he's got a chance. But it looks like they're going for the dive here, with Echo moving in top side. He's going to go for this dive, which makes sense. I mean, Karma's half health, should be doable.
Parallel conversion down does land, but they're going to be able to immediately kill her. We do see Red Winter flashing out, but yeah, that'll be that. See,
why use? Okay, I guess the wasn't in position, but because the VAs are coming. But like, I'm just slightly confused using flash overall there. But also, he eat the tower with his phase dive, I believe it's called.
I think the E on the tower wasn't to do damage, but it was to get the stun up. We see the ult coming out from Black Hole mid here, and he's not going to land anything, but still get the kill. Thank you, Ari, and your auto aims.
What a
Brilliant
real
champion.
Savage tried to turn it around there. That has no flash up. Couldn't get away.
Corrupting potion and that new the new passive, getting the healing on kill. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
So we do see Winter coming through here. He's going to throw out the parallel convergence, but Ari knows she's not going to get caught by it, and she's just going to walk away.
Xenox takes us top scuttle now, so even though Ari's backing and Corki being back on the map first, it's not like they can use that to try and get the Herald sneakily, because they will know unless he goes through the back of the pit. But doesn't look like either side are interested for it. Echo's blues up, he's just going to go and clear that. Xenox is going to take it back. At standard, Teasums is going to be chilling in this lane. The longer this lane goes, I think the better it goes for Teasums. He just needs to just chill and wait, and he's doing just that. Other than obviously the kill he's got already.
So we're seeing Karma have Tenerife having a rough time here. Just keeps eating those the mist calls from... Is it mist? That's not the right ability. Keeps eating the E from Yorick. It's just ghoul after ghoul munching away at her. She might be ruined, but that's not enough.
Yeah. So the thing is that Karma's RW is % missing health anyway, so it's always going to just heal her up a bunch every time she uses it. And every spell she lands reduces the ult cooldown by 4 seconds, so it's going to be pretty spammable to keep her topped off, at least till about...
Oh, we are going to see Feb maybe getting caught out here, so instead we're going to go and watch the Herald. Back to bot lane, looks like they've got out, but it did cost February's flash there. So he did end up just face-checking Xenox there in the bush, and clearly didn't want to eat the stun, so had to flash away.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a reasonable decision to take, rather than getting chain CC and killed. You know,
yeah, we do see, off the back of that, Aura have managed to pick up the Herald there, and it will be going on to Winter, which naturally makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I was seeing the Ariel come out, the charm is going to get flashed, so it isn't going to happen, but it's just auto-aim.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, Babis just didn't respect that enough. Like, in terms of he could have walked back there and maybe lived.
It's happened once. Yeah, it's happened once and it's happened again. It's just killed by the auto-aim. So, very well played here by Black Hole mid so far. You get 2 solo kills.
The thing is, he has to know that he can go in like that and will get the kill, you know, and know that, like, yeah, Corki can trade back a little bit, but at this stage doesn't do enough damage to threaten him.
So we do see Winter here going for the trade mid lane, has dropped the Herald, but so Diego's going to arrive, we'll stop him.
Double stun!
So the Chrono Break manages to dodge the ult, but we do see Turn Leafer here. We see Xenox flashes over the wall but doesn't find anything. Meanwhile, the special delivery comes out, also finds nothing, but the Herald will manage to get that charge off, so it isn't money wasted. Meanwhile, we do see the bullet time coming out. It's going to be cancelled by... I can't think of that ult's called. Renata ult, that's what it is.
I'm not even sure what I just watched. It was kind of painful. My eyes are bleeding a little bit. The Corki package should have just one-shot the Viego, I'm pretty sure. They're like...
Yeah, you would have liked to have seen that Corki package going forwards as opposed to parallel, but it didn't allow Karma to just walk forwards and eat that rocket.
It was... I'm not sure what I just watched. But on the other hand, Aura do already have the setup onto this Drake, and they can see Renata moving up here, but Rip Winter's going for his blue. His Gromp, sorry, which I'm not sure is the right play. I think they could have maybe got onto that. The Renata was pretty far up. They're going for the Viego instead here. Feb's nearby.
We do see the flash come out here from Winter, but he's just not able to get that passive proc, so ultimately a wasted summoner. And yeah, we do see both teams posturing around the Dragon here. It looks like Aura are just going to opt to back off here as they have lost that initiative from trying to pick off Xenox. And yeah, from there's not really much they can do.
I think that's a reasonable decision to make though, because Eternal Ether has teleport up. and they couldn't actually see where Karma was on the map at the time as well. So for all they know, he could be moving down towards Dragon, and they're at risk of being in a 5v4 scenario, which is obviously not what you want. So I think biding their time, giving Yorick more time. He's got his Hull Breaker now. You know, start to become more and more of a menace in that side lane the longer he's left. And soon enough, Karma's not going to be able to match.
Oh, so we see the invade coming out. We do see Ozonok's managing to stun Echo. He does manage to just about get the ult off. And instead we're looking bot laners. I'm assuming nothing else is happening. Oh, directed camera. So we do see... So we've got a fight happening in the mid lane here, 2v1. And yeah, that is just going to be the charm coming out with the bullet time. Meanwhile, we do see... Yeah, just... He's in the wrong jungle. There's also going to be a solo kill happening in the mid lane.
I feel like it's just disrespect. I don't know. Like, I feel like Corki's just disrespecting Ahri. I feel like Echo shouldn't just be in the enemy's jungle when his mid lane's that far behind, you know, and his top isn't with him. I don't know.
The worst part is about Winter dying there is that his mid... that didn't even require Black Hole mid to come and help. He just did just get 1v1 by... or Winter got 1v1 by Ozonok, and say he ended up having to try and run through 2 hours to escape.
He's 0-2 and he's behind. Like, I'm not quite sure what he expects to be going on here, because if he doesn't burst him, Viego's just going to consistently DPS him. He's got the red smite as well, and Viego's just going to win that. I really don't see what result he's expecting from going for these greedy invades.
Yeah, it is interesting though that despite how dire this game is looking right now, it is still only a 1k gold lead for Psycho But Sweet. So we do see Feb here getting a lot of health removed on the tower. We do see the flash forwards here, and that will just be a free kill.
Yep.
So we do see the Echo coming in here. Doesn't manage to get the passive proc, but that is into a shield bow. So that will just be Ronaldo caught out in a hard place. Does throw out the ult, but it's ultimately pointless. We do see Corki here as well, trying to make sure that Jaina is not able to get out alive here. So we are going to actually see the Echo, not the Echo, the Rakan ult committed here. So Ronaldo, what am I saying? Samira does manage to get her ult, but it's not going to mean anything. Meanwhile, we do have Ahri waiting in the lines here. He manages to get the one shot, and it's just going to, again, using those 4 dashes, auto aim, kill Corki as well. What is happening?
I'm not even sure. Like, Rakan definitely just holds his ult there for the Samira ult to cancel it, surely. Also, the fact that, like, while Corki was first on the rotate, which is all good, they just disrespected the fact that Ahri can follow and just weren't looking at the fact that she was gone from mid, got caught out from behind.
So we do see Ozonok's going in here, and that is a lot of damage. That is a Kraken Slayer. So we do see him then using the Grand Entrance Force, is forced to ult out and does just kill himself. That will be a 150 gold shot down onto February here. What is going on?
It's just a little bit of a clown fiesta, just a little bit of one. You know, don't worry too much about it. But yeah, just too hype on the Viego. I can understand though. Viego is one of those champions where if you get that reset, you feel like you're like king of the world, and then all of a sudden you dash into 5 of them, and you just didn't. Sometimes that's how it goes.
Meanwhile, we look at top lane, which is Hullbreaker. So we are going to see Winter trying to sneak the Herald here, but they will get discovered by the bot lane. He is out, but then ends up using the blink back in. Instead, ults back out. He manages to get it with the talisman.
No!
What is going on? So we do see the ult coming out. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we will see February getting solo kills. That is a legendary Black Hole mid. Meanwhile, there's a fight still going on here. We see Renata barely getting out alive. And, oh my god.
What is going on?
We see Yorick by himself. He is just going to walk down the auto. He will flash, but it's going to ultimately mean nothing.
Fortisms is actually just getting team gapped. There is actually nothing he can do here. He's got Hullbreaker and he still can't win because his team is falling apart at the seams. It's a bit of a disaster. Like, Ahri getting another kill. Bishan's just got the massive gap in the mid lane. You know, just not being respected, killing everyone. auto aim helping him when he misses his skill shots, and then Rip Winter's just randomly sneaking objectives, just when he's I don't know, and then still somehow gets it.
So he
Burning
did
flash
manage
ult and
to.
everything.
He did manage to get that Herald, but then the ensuing fight it just did not go well. So we will see them picking up that third Drake here, putting them at that Ocean Soul point off the back foot of that entire escapade, and that is now a 5.5k gold lead to the side of Psycho but Sweet.
Yeah, and it will be a 23-minute soul, so I'm not really sure how they stop that, because as we said, like, sure they can like play around the 4v5, but I think that's assuming that your Corki's not 1 and 5, your jungler's not 2 and 5, and your bot lane's not 2 and 5.
You're not bleeding left, right, and centre.
But
it's important to
note
that
just got 2 cannon minions and 2 melee minions for the rest of Teasum's team. It's pretty tragic.
So we are going to see Karma getting locked away here for the illegal crime she is committing top lane, but it's
Samira
Karma.
and Renato roaming up behind though, so we've got to be really, really careful here. Echo's coming though, top to support.
So we are going to see Yorick just sort of caught out by himself. We see the parallel convergence coming out. It's not going to stun anyone, and yeah, he just dies. Yeah, he is too far up. He's got no tower. And MF that is Aluden's Death Capari.
I'll refer you to me defining her as a caster minion earlier.
And it's going to be a similar fate for Echo. It will force out the Chrono Break as well as the ult there from Bekla. And Ari's doing illegal amounts of damage right now.
To be fair, at 9 and 1, you kind of expect this amount of damage at 20 minutes into the game, but it still feels pretty dirty. Package is up, but I'm not even sure that it does anything. I think they'll just have a little tickle and...
It's a defensive package. So you see Winter going in here, he's going to immediately get Renata ulted and just block. Renata is in there, she's got her ult going, she's dashing left, right and centre. And
that's another that's not Renata.
Oh my god, whatever. Whatever, that is just an instant quadra-kill, and we do see the Karma die off of a tower. That's important to note, really important to note there, Black Hole Mid was not in that fight either. That is their strongest member right now, and that was not in the fight. And they all still just disappeared.
Was that Viego picking up the Penta? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it was. I feel like it was the Viego probably that stole the Penta. I'm not sure he had 3 kills before that fight, but that was kind of crazy. Just
they did have 3 kills.
Okay, he did have 3 kills. Maybe it's the Renata then. Don't know.
Yeah, that will now make it an 11k gold lead, which is a little bit disgusting. We do see the Herald getting dropped that they managed to get, however, but I get the feeling that might just die before it even gets near to a tower.
Yeah, it's not looking great for that Herald's lifespan. Diego's already there to answer it. It's just gonna die. We've got like 1.5 minutes to Dragon at most, so yeah, I expect Soul to be taken away. It's Ocean Soul, so that just means that, you know, Karma and Ari can just sit there poking forever and just chill, not worry about anything. And the whole breaker side laning Yorick is now having to group with his team to try and plug some of these gaps. Unfortunately, I'm not sure he's quite as effective as Flex Tape is, so I'm not sure if it's going to be possible to save this bathtub from sinking.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you're off-roll Aquarium, how do you win this game?
I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm going to assume it's not using the W forwards. That is not. We're going to see Dabis just desperately throwing out rockets. He's going to get picked up there by the Viego ult, and they now have the nuclear Corki. We'll see the bullet time coming out does manage to half the health there of Mount. It's not going to mean much. We do see the Rakan ult coming out will just peel off all the knots. And yeah, that will end up just being a 1%. I don't know what Davis was thinking, Wing forward straight into the enemy team there by himself.
It's a Giga Chad aggressive Valkyrie play, but it doesn't net anything, unfortunately. You know, he's going for that intimidation factor, but unfortunately, Psycho but Sweet just see through the lies that Davis is putting out, all this propaganda, and they're not falling for it. They're just going to kill him.
So I'm going to see the charm here land on Window. He's gone. Gone, reduced to atoms. So we see the Renault. It's a 4-man Renault, and they're all just dead. It's a
illegal quadra kill, second one of the game. Viego stole that one. Viego actually did steal that one. Alright, report Ozonox. It's confirmed. Wibbly, you know what to do.
Gee, I just noticed that's a full stack's Medjai's. Oh. Oh
So
no.
criminal. Oh my gosh, Winter just disappeared.